Rohan's parents have been that constant through wins, losses, injuries, and decisions that take a lifetime to understand. It's a huge honor for me personally to invite Mr. M.G. Bopanna and Mrs. Mallika Bopanna to join us on stage and talk about where it all began. Please join us. Uncle, if I may start with you. What are the emotions today? You've looked back on Rohan's career from the early days, this naughty boy who didn't want to go to school. Today, legend of sport. What are you feeling today at the end of this part of Rohan's career and life?
Good evening, everybody. Actually, I've forgotten all his younger days these days because he's quite years back. So anyway, few things I can remember. But today, when I see Rohan's achievement and everything, both of us are very, very happy. We never expected this at all when he started his journey. And, because we had the tennis court next to my house and the club, so we took him for tennis. For any other game, I would have taken him for that also. But tennis was there, handy, so took him there. And he showed so much of interest in that game. It's just unbelievable. All his friends, most of his friends are here today. They all grew together. They were playing something else. But this boy wouldn't get out of the tennis court, play with them. He would sit there and watch all of us playing many times. So I was telling Mallika, look at this boy. He's not even playing with them. He's watching tennis. That's how the interest started in him. So then finally we recognized and said, I never knew it's going to be so expensive initially. I thought let him learn tennis, taking him to one of the best coaches all over. Actually, Bangalore is closest for me. So I used to bring here and to take him here to under Mr. Naidu. Naidu, is it? Mr. Naidu, and he was there for about 10 days. This is during monsoon holidays. After that, when he showed lots and lots of interest in tennis, we decided we have to take him somewhere else. At that time, Mr. Bhupati's CGK's academy was not here in Bangalore at that time. So I took him to Pune, where under Nandan Bal. Nandan Bal, he was there for about 5 years. After that, he never looked back. Only thing is, my advice to any parents who wants to bring their child up today, bring them up. Only thing is, please see whether the child is interested in that game, whichever the game. He should be 100% interested in that game. Then please go ahead and support the child. Otherwise, but one thing, these days, if you want to train anybody in tennis, at least tennis, it will be very, very expensive. It's not a joke. It's very expensive, and there are no sponsors in our country who will sponsor them at all. Then after going to Pune, he was there for about 5 years. Then he came, at that time, Mr. Bhupati CGK had the academy here, and he was here along with Mahesh, and they really helped him a lot, and after that, he never looked back even till today. Wonderful. That's all. I'm so happy that he has done very well for the country and for all of us.
Thank you, Uncle. Auntie, if I may come to you, what does it feel like for a parent? Any parent has a very unique perspective on their own child. You often talk about how naughty he was and how difficult it was to keep him in one place. But that has served him well. So what does it feel like as a mother?
At the moment now, it is definitely very emotional, especially at this program now, when everything is flashing back from the screen to what everybody is talking, everything. It is definitely emotional, but it's also with a great sense of pride and achievement not only we can forget all the sacrifices or whatever we did then, because he has managed to achieve this much. And all that is only through his discipline and determination. Of course, we have helped him along. Initially, like I've been telling everyone, he was an extremely mischievous child who did not like to go to school, period. There were times when we have tied the car door till he reached the school, because otherwise he was ready to jump out of the car. But with all that, and he only wanted to play. The only time he was happy was with a ball of any sort, anything that resembled a ball, be it a ball of my pearls or a ball of dough, anything would do for him. It didn't matter. And monsoons in Coorg, which stretched for 3 to 4 months a year, were the most difficult to keep him, because he would create havoc inside the house with a tennis ball or a TT ball. But well, all that has paid off, and now he has what he has achieved. But of course, initially it was difficult because we had to goad him like anyone has to do in any field. You have to goad the children to a point, because we knew he had the interest, but it was difficult because it's a very lonely game. It's not like any other team sport where there are a lot more children. He is on the tennis court. I'm at home saying, you eat this, you drink this, you run here, you jump here, kind of thing. So, and you get up at this time, those kind of things. And for him, studying half an hour was way, way too much. Beyond half an hour. Mom, I've been studying for so long. That was not even half an hour. But, well, any other game, it didn't matter. But, well, after that, his dedication to the sport helped him along the way. Then, of course, certain things which we had to teach him, and he learnt also. He learnt also that, there are many things that he has to do. So, of course, initially we traveled with him till he was about 15. Then we realized it was getting too expensive for 3 of us to travel together. So then I had to taught him how to pack and, make a list so that you don't leave things behind. And of course, his shoes were another story because, those days shoes were they still are expensive, but those days he would go through shoes like on hard coats in 15 days. And the shoe shop would say, no way, this is not possible. We'll give you another pair if you really go through. And sure enough, I think for the price of one, he got 3 pairs at one, because they didn't last more than 15 days, the shoes. So, but with all that, he learned to pack, and he still is very good and very, very organized in his packing and whatever he does. So he's organized in most of his things. He's realized that, what he wants to do, how he wants to do. And I think maybe at a point earlier on, I used to have a lot of pictures put up for him in his room of all the players, because especially Edberg, who was his favorite. And then I had made a poster for him which says, I can do it. And this was way before Nike came out with it. I had that poster. I had made one and put it out, saying that, there are things we can do. Because we never dreamt. Because for us, the dream was that he would one day play for India once he started showing the interest in tennis. Because although he liked hockey, he liked to play cricket. But then this was there, and, uncle mostly, and we felt that if he puts in more determination or dedication to an individual sport, because we saw that cricket is not easy. You need a godfather, you need someone here. Of course, we didn't realize how much of expense we need for this, but yes, and all along the way, later on, as he grew up, he has realized how much he had to put into it, and he definitely went all into it to go, he put in all his, more than 100%, I would say. And it took a long time for him, because his first major break came when he was, I think, 18 or 19. So after that, then he really decided that, okay, this is what I'm really going to do. So, and well, after that, every milestone he achieved after that was much more than what we dreamt. So now when we look back, we realize, my God, so many years have passed. We've only been on the sidelines watching him, waiting for every match, watching him. And it's so frustrating when it's not being screened on TV. And we feel, I wish they would do more to show sports other than cricket. And so we just watch the scores, which can be quite frustrating because you don't know how they have won or lost a point. But now things have improved, and now, suddenly we feel like, oh, it's all, kind of over, but there's a new journey, and we're so happy that he is able to now look forward to bringing up a lot more youngsters into this field and help and nurture more and more tennis players.
Wonderful, so beautiful. And I just have one question. He's taken that no shortcuts approach a little bit too literally. How did you manage to get him haircuts? Because there are no photos of him with long hair.
No. My father-in-law was very much against long hair, because even when my brother and nephew and all came to visit, they made sure they got a haircut in Bangalore before they came to Cook, because otherwise my father-in-law would call the local barber. So that my brother and my nephew would agree to that. And so Rohan's was, we tried everything, put him on the scooter, and the barber came home, because once uncle took him to Markara to have the haircut, and just like Mutana said, the whole street came out and he said, I am not taking him for haircuts anymore. And then when that poor barber came, he'd say his prayers, he'd look up, he'd look down, he'd do this, and then decide to cut his hair. Well, we did get through, but even till he was, I don't know, till many, many years later, even when he came back from Pune, he'd go and have a short haircut so that he doesn't have to cut it again for 3 months. I would say, it's the opposite of Samson kind of thing, yeah.
Uncle, when you see his career, lot of the rewards were deferred. It took a lot of time to see results, but there was persistence. Where do you think that came from? Was it something that is a family trait? In many ways, your business is also in coffee, which requires planting and harvesting at different points. Where does this come from of being willing to wait it out?
In my opinion, that has come directly from my father. My father used to be very, very hardworking character. And he never ever took anything easily or anything like that. I think most of my dad's character, whatever it is inherited by Rohan. There's absolutely no doubt. I'm an easygoing man. I don't think he has borrowed anything from me. He has done everything from his grandfather. That's absolutely no doubt about it.
Wonderful. And Auntie, just looking forward, you have much more of Rohan's time, or at least a claim on his time. What do you think lies ahead? In many ways, he's taken these forays to make the path easier for people than the path that he had himself. Where do you think that is coming from, and what would you like to see as the next phase of his life?
Well, I think he has over the years realized how much of, sacrifice, difficulty we have faced over the years, him and us, not only with expenses or with time and, no proper coaches. Of course, those days there was no internet, there was no period. It was just what you heard or you saw, and you took it from there. So I think that has helped him, and that he realized that he has to do something for the future. So he wants to give back, because Uncle started playing tennis only in college, just as a sport. He says, I wish I had the opportunity to have been coached, because basically he's a sportsman. So he always wanted to give Rohan much more than what he got. So I think Rohan feels he can give even that much more, because now the facilities are there and he has the ability and I think the backing of a lot of people, whom he has built up. And because he has got such a good rapport over the years, from him I can say that as a young boy, when he was playing the qualifiers in Wimbledon, he played one singles, which went on late in the evening. I think it was 17-19. There was no tie break in even the Wimbledon qualifying. 17-19 or something like that. And one of the main umpires, he walked by, and of course, unfortunately, he lost that match. So, but they were playing the doubles the next day, and the umpire walks by, he says, I don't think we want to see another match like this. But that man, he's one of the chief referees now, Mr. Jerry Armstrong. He still recognizes us and him. So what I'm saying is, he has built such a good rapport with the coaches, the umpires, the whole tennis fraternity all over the world. So, and he wanted to start something and help, which he could do with all their help and privileges, so that he can get guidance from them to help the future, which I think is a fantastic achievement on his part, and with a great lot of support from Supriya. And and she being a psychologist, I think she can see it from a different point of view, unlike a mother. So that is also helping them a lot to build up the whole system, what he is looking at now. And I hope it benefits a lot of children in the years to come, and the country too.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Uncle. Thank you, Auntie.